Living on an acreage can be quiet and peaceful, but you can't let the serene setting lull you into a false sense of security. Today we're going to talk to a technology specialist, Harry Oler from Demaloon. Harry, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you.
Now tell me, you guys do security packages for acreages. What's the first thing you need to look for on security for an acreage?
Well, first thing we look at is just overall structure and layout of the land, where there's hills, bushes, the lighting, if there are fences, length of the driveway, things like that.
Right. Now, speaking of the driveway, what are some of the security measures you can do to keep unwanted guests?
Well, there are two big ones. One of them is an automatic gate, which really helps keep the honest people out. Obviously, people can drive around it, but an automatic gate can be similar to your garage door opener, where it'll open up by remote control, or you can even add an intercom in between the house, and it will allow you to communicate with the person, decide if you want to let them in. The other option, which is becoming increasingly popular, is what we call a driveway alarm, in which we bury a small device, and it can do things like trigger the alarm in the house, turn on your lights. It just basically notifies you if a vehicle approaches.
How much does that cost?
Well, a driveway alarm is anywhere between $300 and $1,000, depending on how long the driveway is.
All right.
And then a automatic gate can be anywhere from $1,000 and up, depending on how extravagant and the type of construction.
Yeah. What are some of the other ways? I know lighting must be a big...
Oh, definitely. The way in which you light your property, obviously, has a lot to do with safety, keeping the house well lit around, and even nowadays, this whole idea of automation that everybody's talking about, where we trigger lights and turn lights on and off based off of what's going on. The driveway alarm, turning on lights in your house, someone pulls in and they think, oh, wow, someone's home, they know I'm here, I better turn around and leave.
Let's talk about security up at the house.
That'd be great. So a couple simple things you can do around the house is, one, just make sure you have very sturdy locks and deadbolts on the house, so you can keep it locked and prevent people from breaking in that way. Also, keep bushes and trees around the house trimmed so that the burglars don't have
places.
Exactly. Keep line of sight between your buildings and your expensive equipment that's large, so that they can't hide and take what they need.
How about using timers? Some people use those.
Timers are definitely better than nothing. However, we think they're too predictable. As someone who's going to break in and take something, if they see a light turn on at 8 p.m. every night, then they're likely to know that maybe someone's not home, or they have a timer, and it's a little harder to
so you want to be unpredictable if you can.
Exactly. We like to respond as much to what they're doing so that they think that we're a step ahead of them and that we're home and we know they're there. So motion sensors are great, and then also things like the driveway alarm.
Yeah. How about cameras?
Cameras are wonderful for a couple of reasons. One, while you're on vacation, you can pull up the internet and you get a chance to see what's going on and see if things have changed on your property since you left, as well as it keeps accountability. If you know who the person is that's doing harm, or they know someone who's doing harm, you can obviously take the footage to the police, and they can hopefully track down who it was and recover what they took.
Right. How about locking up fuel tanks?
Oh, with the raising prices of gas, fuel tanks have become a high theft item, or actually the fuel in the tanks. Being on an acreage, some farms have in excess of 100 gallons on hand, and most people don't like to look at them, so they put them behind buildings and usually turn off the light. Then you can't see them.
I know it's easy on an acreage or a farm to think you can just leave your compact tractor sitting out or your ATV and leave the keys in it, but not a good idea.
No, definitely not. Make sure you hide your keys. Don't just throw them underneath the seat. Take them with you into the house. Lock them up if you need to, and keep large items in well-lit areas. ATVs are a great joyride for a lot of people, so if it's out there in the open, there they go. Also, it's a getaway vehicle, so look at it that way.
Keep them in a storage shed.
Yeah. Another really good thing is pets. If you have dogs, find a way to allow them to roam the area that's close to home and around your large items that are of high theft.
Right.
Nobody, or most people, are afraid of a dog that's barking at you.
A guard dog still works.
Yep, running at you. All you got to do is feed it. So it does cost you a little bit of money, but it's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for sharing that important information.
No
problem. Thank you for being on the show, Harry.
Thank you.
Whether it's lights or locks or a barking dog, Acreage Security is a top priority.